This podcast discusses paranormal activity and other topics some might find disturbing. Listener discretion is advised.
Is it a chill or a ghostly breeze? A knock, a tap, what do you believe? Ghosts, gossip, gather around, where the lost and the haunted are found. Ghosts, gossip, don't make a sound. Truth or tales, we'll dig it out.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ghost Gossip, where the haunted history and restless spirits take center stage. I am your host, Ashley, and today we have a really special guest. Her name is Jessica. She is a psychic medium, and she is with Beyond the Badge Paranormal. And we are going to be discussing the FARNSWORTH House Inn, located in Gettysburg, Virginia.
Hi,
How are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is Ashley, your host, and today joining me is a dear friend of mine, Jessica, who is a psychic medium, and she is with Beyond the Badge Paranormal. You probably recognize her because she's been with me before.
Yes,
Welcome back.
forever ago.
It was like March.
I think
Wow.
so.
This year's flown by.
Time is really going by quick. But I think it's because we never stopped moving.
No, and you are busy. You are extremely busy all the time. Your REM pod is going.
It's going ham. The EMF thing finally relaxed a little bit, but the REM pod is just going crazy. And I think I know who it is.
Uh-huh.
I decided to bring home someone from Penhurst.
Right. You told me about him.
Yeah, his name is Frank.
Hi, Frank.
And so he tends to make it go off constantly.
All right. Well, welcome, Frank, to the show, everybody. Frank from Penhurst is joining us.
Yes, I love him. He's so sweet.
I love that. Again, didn't make it to Penhurst. I
feel like
tried.
it's such a sensitive subject, Penhurst, and you like flinch.
Yeah, I'm not. It's too soon. It's almost September. Too soon. I'm not over it.
I would say come next year, but I'm sure you have some PTSD.
I do. If we come up, Daniel will be driving me.
That was wild. But yeah,
Not even, or I'll fly out of Charlotte because flying out of GSP has become a nightmare.
I'm sorry. I might end up turning that off if it becomes obnoxious for you.
I think there's like some kind of noise cancellation that goes on through the phones or through the system because I can only hear it when you talk.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Perfect. Well, today Jessica is joining us. She has just visited a very special place in general for her. And then she stayed in a very special place. And we are going to talk about that today.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about the FARNSWORTH House Inn. And that's located in Gettysburg.
Yes.
So
In the heart of Gettysburg.
in the heart of it, it was in the heart of the battle.
There's tons of bullet holes still in the side of the building.
Really, just still there for all to
Still
see.
there for
Oh,
all to see.
wow.
That's also the house, and I'm sure you'll speak about it, where they believe that the sniper that hit Jenny Wade, the only civilian killed, that's the house.
Yes, I do have that in here. So have you been there before?
So when we went to Gettysburg originally for our anniversary, the trip that started it off for Randy and I, we had nothing to do, and we were like, let's do a tour of this house. And the only reason why I even knew anything about this house is because I knew I'm a huge Ed and Lorraine Warren fan, and I knew Lorraine Warren had been there. And so I wanted to go, and I wanted to go into the area they used to have like funeral homes and stuff, and they actually have it set up. They have like a mock body and all kinds of stuff down there. Yes. And it's
Ooh.
it's a very active place. Actually was pinched a few times down there by a gentleman. He's not nice. There's also a famous mirror down there that was featured on, oh gosh, what's that show with Amy? I don't know why it's escaping me right now because I love
Amy
the show.
Green?
Yes, I don't know why her name of her show is
Kindred
escaping.
Spirits?
Thank you. Yes, that mirror was featured on there. They actually do a great Farnsworth episode for anybody that wants to see it. They're fantastic.
I'll have to watch it. I really like her.
I love her, and they do a great episode on that location.
Yeah. Well, this time, did you investigate when you stayed?
When we stayed, yes, we did. Yeah, and
Okay.
we stayed we did most of our investigation within the room, but I obviously wandered around to see what I could read.
Of course.
But it was really fun because the first time I went there, Jeremy was at the top of the steps, And I was like, "Oh, there's like a little boy." And then there was a gentleman that like would not leave me alone, and his name is Walter. And so I told the lady Kayla who gave us her tour and who's also on that episode, and I told her some stuff, and she was like, "Are you a medium?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Okay, well, Walter is like such and such," and she told me all these stories people had, and she was like, "And Jeremy is this person." And so she told me all about Jeremy's story. So Randy and I wanted to have one day without our group. For
Hmm.
we went for Gettysburg Bash, Battlefield Bash. It's hosted there every year, and so we were like, "Well, let's go up a day before." And so we decided to stay there, and we investigated in the room, which was really fun. We read him a story, set up some REM pods and cat balls. He was very active all night long, all night long. He's the busiest little boy, and he's so cute.
Well, before we get into your stay, I'm going to just, for my listeners who don't know, I'm going to give them a little bit of back history about the house itself. So, the Farnsworth House Inn is one of the most haunted locations in Gettysburg. And this is coming from their website. So, go check it out. And their link will be linked in my show notes. So, really easy. Go to the show notes, click the link, and go check out their website. It was built in 1810, and it is a red brick home, and it stood right in the middle of the Civil War's bloodiest clash. During the Battle of Gettysburg, the Confederate sharpshooters used the attic as a sniper's nest, and it is believed to be the location of the sniper that accidentally killed Jenny Wade, who was across in another house, in the Jenny Wade house. After the battle, the house served as a makeshift hospital and temporary morgue. Soldiers suffered and died within the walls, leaving behind tons of energy, and some believe that that energy has never left and is still there. Today, guests and staff have reported hearing footsteps pacing the attic, doors opening on their own, and a figure of a little boy believed to be Jeremy, a spirit tied to the house wandering its halls. The Farnsworth House stands not only as a preserved piece of Gettysburg history, but also as a chilling reminder of the restless spirits said to linger from America's most tragic battle. So, just a few little things for those history lovers out there. It was named after General Elon John Farnsworth, who led an ill fated charge after the failure of Pickett's charge, which claimed the lives of 65 men. Let's see. And then the house served for a hospital, and it's believed to be one of the most haunted. Yep, I already said all that. Look at me making bullet points just to make sure I don't miss it.
You're doing great. It's like you've been there.
I haven't. I want to, but I've never been to Gettysburg, I don't think.
One of my favorite places ever to go to.
Now,
I
just
think
some
I would
back.
stay there over anything. I don't know why. Something about that place I just love.
Well, I was going to ask you, just backstory. Tell everybody why that is so important to you.
Gettysburg is special. Well, one, we did that trip after we almost lost our son, and which propelled my mediumship. I shared a little bit about that story on the last podcast. But after my son was okay and he was a year old, my husband and I, who have always loved the paranormal, were like, let's go to Gettysburg. And we went out there, and my abilities just turned on, and we did our very first investigations, and it just made this like really special spot and place for us to go to. And I just love it. There's nothing you can't, there's just so much in there. I don't even, I have no words. I get all jumbled up when I talk about it because the place is just so special. So special. The restaurants there, the people there, just all the history. I love history. We just love the place. It just has a special spot for us in our hearts.
And last year, did you go to the Gettysburg Bash last year?
We did not. We did not go last year. We got invited this year because last year we were super new, and so we spent the first year of our time together as Beyond the Badge doing insane amount of locations. I think we hit up probably 10, between 10 and 12 different locations within a year. Then this year we actually have done more paracons than we have investigations. And now we're going back into investigations. But those paracons led us to be invited to more and more and more. We got invited to go this year to the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. And so obviously we want to go. Like, it's an opportunity to be able to go to our favorite spot. It's also an opportunity to go and meet so many different people. The bash in itself, in and of itself, is one run by two of the sweetest people ever. But also there's so many people that go, from paranormal investigators to veterans. Like, you just meet so many different people. And it was just a great time. 10 out of
Yeah.
10 recommend.
10 out of 10. I want to come to that too. I was hoping to come, but this summer got crazy.
You had a crazy summer. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we both had a crazy summer.
Yes. Yes. Very, very hectic and lots of moving parts for sure.
Yeah, very much so. So you went and did are the rooms there named? Does, like, each room have its own name? Which room did you stay in?
We stayed in Jeremy's room. I
Oh,
don't remember all the names
first.
in specific, but we picked Jeremy's room, which is ironic because he actually didn't pass away in that room. He passed away in the Sarah Black room, which is just up the hall, a very narrow, creepy hall.
Mm.
Yes, my REM pod's going off
Oh,
again.
there it is.
And now the reader is like spiking. But yes, we stayed in his room. The next time we go, we want to stay in Sarah Black's room because this man who kept trying to get me to come out of the room kept walking that direction. So I want to stay out there so I can try to talk to him.
I was gonna say, not a living man.
No, no, non-living.
Could you imagine a living man like, "Come here, Jessica, come see me." Randy be like, "Whoa,
Would scare me. That would actually frighten me. But
that would
talking to
scare me
the
more."
non yes, correct. That would definitely scare me more. The place is incredible. The people that run the place is incredible. Everything is there's so much they've kept so much of its originality, I guess is a word there.
Mhm.
Everything's authentic to the place.
Wow.
And they have kept so much. Obviously, they had to make like, different things that they have to do to keep it up and running, but it's great.
I read that there's only been 4 owners
Mhm.
in its history. That is wild.
Yeah. And everyone is it's such a family-run place as well, like, they're so involved, and then everyone that works there, like, they're all, like, one big family. They're all really
Mhm.
close.
So tell me about some of the spirits. So you mentioned Jeremy and the
Yes.
pincher.
Yes, I actually met him. I saw him when we came there the first time, and I met Walter when we were there the first time, and then leading up to going, I always get dreams and visions, and then I make little notes on my phone, so I have, like, a little timestamp, and so he came to me in my vision and showed me, himself and some details about himself, and then he took me into a room and I sat down and I started to look around and I got like this smell of perfume and there was a
Mhm.
woman. And I remember seeing wallpaper, but it wasn't on the wall. It was weird. And I think I sent you a voice note when I got
You
there of like,
did.
holy shit, the water, like, the wallpaper, the wallpaper. I literally sat down and I looked up and the wallpaper was like on the ceiling, which was crazy for me in my vision. I was like, oh my God, this is nuts. But then I also got to figure out who had the perfume smell and who the woman was and got to talk to her a little bit. I didn't get to talk to her as much as I wanted to, but she's more of like a caretaker, if you will. So I think she was there taking care of maybe like soldiers and such. And
Mhm.
I think she just makes her rounds all night long. And that was just kind of what we experienced from her. And you knew she was present because of her perfume. But the spirit I interacted with the most this time, last time it was Walter, this time it was Jeremy. And he came and wanted to talk and play. And he loves your equipment. He also loves the book Where the Wild Things Are. And that's the book
Aw.
I read to him. And yeah, they say there's a really cool notebook that they keep in the room,
Mhm.
and everyone who spends the night there gets to share their experiences. And one person I like read through because I'm so nosy, read through.
I
I
do the
wanted to
same
know
way.
what happened with them. I was like, "What am I getting into tonight?" But one woman had said like they were out there for like their anniversary, and they were kind of skeptical of the paranormal. And maybe this is why he did it, but they like knocked the whole book off the shelf. Like
Ooh,
they said, it like flew off. I was like, they stayed one night, they stayed, and then they left. But
they're
yeah,
like,
we
"Okay."
must have yeah, he's really sweet. He likes to move the shower curtain when you're in there. He loves cat balls. He's known to move little my thing's going off again. The letters around because he has like the little, alphabet blocks down there and it has his
Yeah.
name spelled out. He tends to move those around. Just a lot of movement. I feel like I would have heard more footsteps if it wasn't July and the window unit wasn't going because the window unit
Right.
is loud.
Yeah.
He mostly messed with my husband all night. I remember going in the room and it's a tiny room, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
it's back in the day, like, and everything's like the ceilings are low and you're in the room and like there was this really pretty house on the wall, but that thing scared the crap out of me. And I was like, I'm not sleeping next to that. Like something's attached to that thing.
Like a
I remember
painting?
saying this to Randy and he's like, that's fine, I'll sleep right here. And I was like, yes, you are. I am not. And so I slept on this side, and my husband was like all night long. Something was like touching his foot, da da da. And I remember something taking my hand and making it completely come off of me. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It happened like 3 times, and I was like, okay, I'm trying to.
You know what that reminds me of? like a dog. Like, I don't know if there's a dog there, but like a dog, how their dog
Yeah,
will
like,
get
how they
their
nudge
nose
you?
up underneath it and move your hand to pet the d that's what that makes me think of.
Very very well could've. Who knows? I didn't see a dog because I was obviously asleep, but I just kept feeling my hand being, like, kicked like, moved off, and I was like, "Okay." Like,
And there's just a little something wanted to snuggle with you.
something wanted to snuggle, which is fine, but my goodness. But yeah, we had a lot of experiences there, and we got to talk to him. I wanna go back because I really wanna go stay in the Sarah Black room, and I wanna see if I call ahead of time, if they'll be as gracious enough to let me into the attic.
Ooh,
Yeah, to investigate. Like, I've been in there, but not, like, by myself to investigate kinda thing. So I think we're gonna, because 'cause we're obviously gonna do the bash again next year. It was fantastic.
absolutely.
So we're not doing as many paracons this year, but unless we're instructed to, which we can talk about later, but, we're definitely gonna end up doing the bash again, and I wanna call ahead of time this time and see if they'll be as so kind as to let me.
I have a feeling they will. They'll be like, "Okay."
Yeah, I just wanna get up there.
Yeah,
I wanna experience the attic without all the people, because when we did the tour of the house, you have all the people,
right,
and spirits aren't as active in big crowds. Like, that's not what they want. Most of the time, most of them just are more inclined to talk to you in smaller groups, which is why we try not to investigate in a large, like, have all 10 of us together at one time.
right.
Intimidating.
Well,
If I
right,
had
'cause
10
then you have a
people
lot
in a
of energy
space,
in a
I
room
would.
too.
Yeah. Yes. It is a lot of energy in one room. The person that tends to stay up in the attic, he's the one that likes to, like, poke and pinch and mess with your hair and all
Oh, he's
that.
the pincher.
Yeah, he likes to touch you.
Ooh.
I get
No,
activity wherever I go, so it's nothing new for me. But in the first time I went, I was like, because I
right.
didn't realize I could see as good as I could see until I went on this trip, and I was like, I don't know what it was, it woke me up, but
Let me
yeah.
ask you this about your mediumship. Do
Mm.
you see them in your head or do you see them, like, standing in front of you?
In my head,
Okay.
in my head. Depending on, this sounds so strange, but, like, I know where they're standing, like, I can just tell that they're standing there, and I see it with
Mhm,
my mind's eye.
mhm.
Now that's just how I interpret spirit, but you might talk to another medium that sees them sitting like me and you. Now, depending on the level of intelligence of a spirit, there has been times where I have seen them pretty like they are sitting here with me and you, but for the most part, it is with my mind's eye.
I was doing a dowsing rod session the other day, and I had in my mind's eye a location in the room where I thought they were. And so I was like, "Can
Mhm.
you point to where you are?" Because, I'm learning and I still have a lot of self-doubt. And I've been working with my mentor, and she, I swear, is shaking the life out of me over there where she is because I have so much self-doubt. And she's probably like, "Stop it." But I was like, "Let's just see." So can you use the dowsing rod to point to where you are in the room? And they went exactly and stopped where
Yeah,
they
that's
were.
exactly how I see spirit as well. It's
Perfect.
literally just in my mind's eye, and I just know. Like, there's also the instant knowing too. Like, you just randomly know crap. Like, just know
Yeah,
random stuff.
random stuff.
Purple cake. Blue. Like, you just random stuff pops in your head and you say it out loud and it makes sense to everyone around you, but you have no idea why that came to your brain.
Just like the other day when you messaged me and you're like, "What's up with purple?"
Yes. Mhm. Yeah,
And I
that
had
was
put purple in my hair.
yeah. Yeah, that one I kinda spooked myself a little bit.
It was so random. And the fact that you knew it was me, like, you're like, What is up with purple?" Like,
So funny.
it
Yeah, just
is.
random stuff just pops in my head and it makes sense for the people around me. Like my assistant, when I first met her, I was like, "You just lost somebody recently, yeah?" And she just looked at me really funny. And I was like, "Was his name this?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Why is he showing me this bed? Like, what is it about a bed?" And she lost it. Apparently, they had gotten rid of his mattress, but she wanted his bed frame. And they were like super
Aw.
close. And there's no way for me to have known that. I had just met the girl. And
Right.
she like just yeah, it was like a whole moment. But it was like a bed. That's how the spirit chose to communicate with me to tell me that this makes sense for someone, which is crazy.
That's so cool. I
Mhm.
strive to be like y'all one day.
You already are. It's imposter syndrome is terrible. I go
It
through
is.
it I swear every couple months, like, I'm like, "Am I really as gifted as I think?"
Yes.
And then something happens and it's like spirit, confirming to me,
Mhm.
like, "Yeah, you are. You need to stop."
Yeah.
doubting yourself, and I mean, that's it's just tough because you see all these other people, like, I think the hardest thing, and you probably go through it too, is, like, we see these big name people on TV,
Yeah.
right? They have all these different kinds of abilities, or they don't see like us or hear like us, and they're just different. So you're like, "Well, I don't see like that, so there's no way." Or we put them
They're
up
like
on a
having
pedestal that we
full blown
can't.
conversations.
Yes. But also these people have been in tune for like 20 years, you
Yeah.
know? I've been in tune for 2. Like, but from when I talked to you in March to now, I'm a totally different medium in comparison to that. So, in time, it will continue to evolve and change.
I love it. I love it.
But it's a
I think it's
muscle. You have to
incredible.
keep using it. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. So how did Jeremy pass? Do you know?
Yes. Jeremy was playing horse tag outside, and
Wait,
I
whoa, 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 whoa. Playing what is that exactly what I think it is?
yeah, so horse tag. So it's like when the horse goes and like you're trying, tag the horse. And he was pulling a carriage and he got caught up underneath of it.
Oh no.
Yes, and so his dad ran out there, grabbed him, carried his body in, and he didn't pass away instantly. He was I think I don't wanna quote because I don't wanna lie, but um, he was suffering for a little bit of time. But they did the doctors came, they gave him medicine and kept him as comfortable as possible, and then he actually passed away in the Sarah Black room.
Do you know why they named it Jeremy's room? Does he hang out in that room more?
I believe it was his room, or they believe it was his room. I don't know the full history behind that. It's like I have no idea who Sarah Black is. I wanna find out who she is, but I have no
Right.
idea who she is.
Well, just for clarity, I did not dive into the deep history of this. I just did a basic because I just wanted to hear your experiences and everything. Let's see. I'm trying to see if it said he's known for his pranks and he loves
Mhm,
to be playful and he likes shiny things.
mhm. Probably
My
why he
dog
liked
is barking. Let me go close my door. He's driving me crazy. I get this studio and I can still hear it. See if that helps.
it. Now that room, is that the room where the gentleman was?
Where Al hangs out?
Yes.
Uh huh.
Okay.
So this is the attic. So the bonus room is where we all feel kind of weird. And
But this
I
is where he goes to hide, correct?
the bonus room, I think. Well, Isaiah's room, I think, is where he hangs out the most. Okay, so this is my interpretation of what I've kind of picked up, just feelings. I think he did some kind of puzzling in Isaiah's room. And then now that Isaiah's in that room all the time, I think he comes to the bonus room. And when I started working in the attic and turning it into the studio, I get the feeling he's like, why didn't I think of that?
Could be. Could be. I just picked up on a male energy.
Yeah, it's probably him. There's been a lot of knocking, ever since I started my mentorship, there's been a lot of knocking, like
Mhm.
somebody's trying to get my attention and I can't figure out what it is, and then I'm like, "It's just the house adjusting," but it does it almost on command, but if I try to record it, I've gotten a few things, I've gotten it a few times, but yeah, it's weird,
Mhm. Yeah.
and, I'm kinda like you, I have, like, a gaggle of spirits around me all the time.
Yes.
So it's like I don't know who it is. I don't know what they're trying to say. I have an idea. I know who's trying to get my attention and I have an idea as to why they're trying to get my attention and we can talk about this later. And there goes my ear. My ear just like went one ear just went like it went underwater.
Do you hear that?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh. That's so funny.
But see, mine's not doing anything. Mine's like nothing. They don't
Mm.
usually mess with mine. Every once in a while it goes off, but they usually don't.
Mine are red. Anytime my ears are red, I mean something's in here. I don't know why my ears do that. It's usually specifically this one.
What other ghosts are in the Fernworth's house?
I've only had experiences with a woman, Jeremy, Walter. There was said to be a soldier on the steps. A lot of people have reported. They've also reported there's a room next to Jeremy's room. I forget what that's named. But I think that's where the woman that I had interacted with kind of resides. And from what I have heard since being there, that room has wallpaper on all 4 walls. See also a glimpse of what they were trying to show me in my vision. But those are the only ones that I've interacted. But I want to say there's like at least 6 different spirits from what I've been told. But I've only interacted with obviously half of them. Just because I had my experiences there were not like I didn't have free reign like I would any other
Right.
location.
That's true because you guessed, you were just a guest.
Right. Whereas if I was to I don't know if they would allow that, but if I was to be able to investigate that property and it only be for us to use, I think I would have more interactions with different spirits. They have a spirit in the attic, spirit that usually goes up and down the steps nonstop. I believe that there's some spirits downstairs, like kitchen area. Is from what I was told by some of the people that, like, I guess, work there, or I kind of have been there several times because everybody knows everybody there, I swear.
Mhm.
And then obviously Jeremy, and then I don't know if anybody's ever really talked about the Sarah Black room. Anybody actually staying there or why they call it that. I definitely want to look into that because I don't know a ton of the history of the place either. But I do that on purpose. I
Right.
purposely don't look at the history of locations prior to going because I feel like that, one, is cheating.
Mhm.
Two, I also feel like it creates a bias.
Right.
I don't like look at places anyway, just not just because of the mediumship, but merely because I don't wanna know what the past 10 investigators have found, I wanna see what I find.
Right.
And I think excuse your investigation, but, yeah, I don't have a ton of, knowledge on how many are exactly there.
And something I
Jeremy
just
was
read on Google was 16.
Yeah, there you go. So there could be more. Yeah, some people have I've heard 6, but maybe that would who knows? Maybe they only know of
Yeah, you
6
just never know. I mean, it's not like they're lining up to be like,
things going off.
"Goodness."
Yeah.
To go off?
I do think that this is my sweet friend. He has been very active today. Yes. I said his name was Frank earlier. It's actually Fred. Fred? Frank? Nope.
So
He's talking to me. Sorry.
oh, what did they
Proceed.
say?
He started to say something and then he just got really quiet all of a sudden. He was trying
Oh,
to tell me something.
sorry. Sorry,
Nope.
Frank.
I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. I want to say it's definitely an F name, and I don't know why it's escaping me now. Maybe he's doing it on purpose. Maybe he doesn't want me to know. Maybe he doesn't want people to know his name. So
He's like,
funny.
"Don't talk about me. She's gonna upload this on that interweb
Look,
thing."
going off again. So he's confirming. I don't want people to know who I am.
He likes his privacy.
He does like his privacy. He does.
So is
Yes.
that the, temperature or is that, like, the lights?
It was both. It's
Okay.
been a lot of the temperature, but that time it was both.
I get a lot of temperature, and I never know how to interpret that because 'cause I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know if it's the house cooling up or heating off." But, like, in here, especially because 'cause I'm in the attic.
Right. Yeah. For me, I'm typically looking to see, like, if I was anywhere, like, is there like a fan directly on it?
Right.
Did the AC just kick on? Where I have it at, it is on top of my counter. There is nothing near or around it. Nothing that
The
could make it do anything.
Frankie Fred said it's me.
Yeah, he just touched it again.
See? He's just like, "It's just me. I'm trying to make some coffee."
Yeah, he's doing something over there. And maybe he saw that I spilt my whole coffee and went underneath my couch. And I just deep cleaned yesterday.
Oh, I know. You wanted to get your house back together.
Yeah, it's okay.
Isn't that funny how all that works? It's like I mean, just life in general, but like you're like, "Finally clean," and then,
Yes. Yeah, my 2 small kids will do that as well.
"Oh, yeah, my 3 big kids will do that."
Yeah.
Like, I
Teenagers, yeah.
literally felt like all summer I couldn't clean because they were home all summer. And the first week they went back to school, and I was like, "I gotta clean." My ears are going nuts.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff around us. I know this is supposed to be a Farnsworth episode, but it's been an everyone is involved episode.
Yeah. I know, I was literally just thinking, like, this is just gonna be a hodgepodge.
Yeah, well, it's us. This is what we do. We tend to, like, fire back and forth with each other.
Well, the last time we had an interview, my house went crazy after that.
Yeah,
Like
rarely. Oh my god.
yeah,
It's gonna
I
do it again.
probably my Alexas were going off. I heard, like, knocks and taps. I was having also and I could feel there was something here that wasn't familiar. It was like something new.
Yeah, so I always tell people that I should come with a warning label. If you
Yep.
talk to me or the second I enter a property, like, that's it. You're gonna be live. It's gonna be
Mhm.
real.
Yep. Thankfully, it didn't they didn't stick around long. They stuck around for about a day, day and a half, and then they moved along, but it was interesting. What's really interesting is I have read some listener happenings and interviewed some people, and I've gotten their names on my necrometer after I've interviewed them. I've gotten Walter, Elijah, and Joyce, and those were all ghosts that I talked about, like, a few months ago.
Interesting.
Why? Why do you make such a face?
Well, my REM pod just started going off as well. I just think that's funny. Like you've talked about different spirits and you were talking to people and they were sharing the stories of those spirits.
Yep.
So you were channeling is what it sounds like you were doing.
Oh,
Oh, look, the thing is going off again.
we're gonna turn it on again and see what we get. If I get the name Jeremy, I'm gonna just fall out because I haven't gotten that name before.
He's the cutest, sweetest, most playful little boy. He came through to me. He was between 6 and 8, but he was just like he was kind of petite, and he had on a blue outfit,
Mhm.
long sleeves.
Does he have blonde hair?
He was like a dirty blonde, yep, and it was kind of brushed off to the side. And he was just so playful and so cute. He has like the best energy. We did bring him some toys. I left him a yo-yo
Oh.
and a harmonica.
Does he have curly hair?
Kinda. It's kind of like a curly wavy-ish.
Yeah. Okay.
We just kind of brushed it off to the side.
I was
Mhm.
That's so
He's so
funny
cute. He's so cute.
because that's what popped in my head. Blonde,
Yes.
curly, wavy hair.
Yes. He was so sweet. He
Little
actually has
round
little
face.
freckles. Yes, and he has little freckles across the top part of his cheek. He's cute.
Blue eyes, but not bright blue. Like, maybe
No,
like a gray.
I literally have it right here on my thing, dark blue. Yeah. Yeah, he's cute. And he's so fun. He's so fun. Everyone there talks about how, like, anytime someone tries to take a shower there, he likes to mess with the shower curtains. And they told me that one person was, like, taking a shower and he was a grown man. And his girlfriend is not a skeptic. Like, she wanted to stay there. Like, she knew the history. She wanted to stay there. And he's just going along for the ride. And so they're staying in the room and she's sitting on the bed and he starts hollering. And she needs to come in there and get and sit with him while he takes a shower because she's scared of the thing. And I'm sure I could just envision this little boy just laughing because he thinks this is so funny.
Especially a grown man too. He's like, "Look, I got him going."
Yeah, I scared him,
Does he
and
ever
he's
mess
just
with the lights?
lights. Yes, he actually doesn't like you to turn off a specific light.
Oh, he's scared of the dark.
Yeah, he likes the light to specifically be on. And then I was trying to think of what else what that I picked up on while I was there. He didn't like the light being out, and he moves so fast, like he's quick, like like
Mm,
you see him and then you don't,
wow.
and he stays moving. And he kept telling me about the color green. And so I was like, well, everything I'm gonna get him green. And
Oh,
he just loved that.
I love
It was
that.
just so funny.
What about the pincher? Tell me about the pincher.
Oh my gosh. So the pincher that's upstairs,
I love that we have just named him the
the
pincher.
pin so I look to there's a lot of people that talk about like he does like this like pinch poking kind of thing in the back of women. And they'll sit up because you'll go it's kind of sketch how you have to get into this attic and go up the steps and it's like this weird step non-step and you can easily bonk the hell out of your head. And you go into it. These houses back in the day were
Right,
insane.
it's like my studio here. This is a wall right here.
Yes, so it's just a strange setup. And when
Mhm.
you get in, there's a ton of artifacts from the house. And then they have it kind of marked off, and then they have a replica set up of what it might have looked like for the sniper to be there.
Right,
And they have it to set up like this. You can Jenny Wade, diagonal.
right.
And they have all these artifacts, and they have these benches that are in there. And a lot of times, people will go up there and be sitting there and just get poked and pinched, and just get like this pressure and like a breathing on the side of your face. Someone said, and I wonder if it's just Walter, but I don't know. I haven't done like a ton of like read in that area.
Right. So who's Walter?
So nobody I don't have like a ton of history. I know I should probably have a ton of history on him. I just know his name is Walter because when the first time we went there, had initially started this conversation with me and Kayla, who is one of the caretakers, is we were sitting in the dining room and there's all
Mhm.
these different obviously tables sitting around, and everybody's sitting. And I was like, I just want to go sit right over there. Why I felt like I needed to go sit there at the time is beyond me. Now I realize that I was probably being called over there, but at the time I didn't know. And so we're sitting there and I was like, Randy, I swear to God, this man is sitting next to me and he has his hand on my, like, there's a gentleman right here. And right on cue, Kayla goes, yeah, and this guy Walter hangs out down here and he loves to stand right where that young lady is. And I'm like, son of a gun. So that's who this is. This is Walter. So I'm like, all right, Walter, like just be nice to me, please, because I'm kind of scared. So then everyone wants to go tour. And they're like, go tour. And I'm like, no, I want to see him right here. For
Oh,
some reason, I want to go right in this hallway. Why go out in the hallway? And I'm like, in my face he's in my face. I swear I can feel like his breath. And I'm telling Randy about it. And as soon as I'm like, "Hey, Rand," because he's around the corner. And as soon as Randy comes around the corner, their front door slammed shut, like slammed shut. And I was like, "What in the hell?" And Randy's face, like big as our eyeballs are like, because we don't know. First of all, we don't know what the hell we're doing. Like this
Right.
is like new to us at the time. And I'm like, "Oh my god!" And so then Kayla comes around and was like, "Does that door shut all the time?" And she was like, "No, that's a heavy door." And I was like, "Well, it slammed." And I said, "This man's in my face," and he kept touching my hair.
I
I
wonder if
kept
you look like somebody he knew.
maybe. And so Kayla was so sweet. I told her about it. She's like, "That's Walter. He has played with her hair as well."
Huh.
And then I told her that I wanted, I wanted to see the marking that Lorraine Warren had left because she left a marking on a door.
Mhm.
I don't know if we want to call it the basement, the cellar, or whatever you want to call it. Um, there.
Isn't that where they had the morgue?
Mhm. Where, like, they had, like, the funerals and such,
Mhm.
and she left a marking on the door and said whatever's behind this door, she just wanted to keep it there, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll take you down there." So it was just me, her, and Randy that had went down there, and the energy down there is insane. So
Mm.
I
Mhm.
specifically want a shrine in that mirror that everyone's talking about.
Oh. Have you ever done that before?
I haven't. I've tried a few times. I don't think I'm doing it right, so I'm trying to do a lot of studying on it, on how to do it, and I think it's just a matter of relaxing, but I think if I got down there and I didn't have 100 cameras in my face and, everybody
Yeah.
around me, I might be able to, like, quiet down enough and just
It's almost like
stare
you have to
into
go
it.
into, like, a meditative state in front of the mirror and
Yes.
just, like, stare at
Mhm.
it. You can't have any stress. That's what it's saying. Don't have any stress when you scry. "Hi, what's your name?" "I'm
Look at
Ashley."
that. Yes, I'm Jessica.
"I've been forgotten." "No, you haven't. You're good." I just sit here and talk to it sometimes, like, "I have it." And once it starts getting weird, I'm like, "I'm turning you off now. Goodbye."
Yes, because it will. Because you have to think those things are also for entertainment purposes as
Oh,
well.
absolutely. There's some things that come through that it's, like, so crystal clear. I'm like, "That makes so much sense." Like, there's no way that it should be saying what it's saying when it's saying it. And then there's
Mm,
other times I'm like, "All right, well, that's the software."
right. Yeah.
So, I tried this is so unrelated, but, I've wanted to do Estes method, and I never have done it before.
Mhm.
And one of the people that I follow that I did an interview with where my microphone messed up and made me sound like a man the whole time on a live on YouTube. And I refused to watch it because I'm like, I can't even, I didn't even know. I had no clue. Nobody told me. He was like, you need to be careful because you're sensitive. People who are sensitive sometimes get too deep into it. So you just be careful doing it. And I'm like, okay. Well, I was at somebody's house the other day and one of the knives on the counter like flipped and started shaking. And she's across, and there's a camera in the kitchen, and you can see her across the kitchen. And she stops and turns and looks at the knife. That's funny. My thing just said after dinner. It was after she ate lunch, and the knife just like flipped and then started shaking. And she's like staring at it. And so I went over there, and so I was doing the Estes method, trying to see, like, if there was somebody there. I don't know what I'm doing. And they asked, "Has anybody died here?" And I answered, "The cat." Well, cat died there when they first moved in, and that was the only thing that I heard, and so when I came out, I was like, "What did you ask when I said the cat?" And they said, "Has anybody died here?" The
Yeah.
cat died there.
Well, there you go.
So it was
I
the
wonder
cat on
what
the counter.
wow. Hmm, interesting. I love Estes method, probably too much. It's, like, one of my favorite things to do.
Mhm.
And we probably do it pretty often. I have some pretty scary videos of me doing
You
it.
have some of the most amazing Estes methods I have ever seen before.
Yes, it gets a little freaky sometimes. Like there's been a few times where I have to like come out of it. I actually got the hell scared out of me in Gettysburg, but it was at Sachs Bridge. Not Farnsworth related, but it was in Gettysburg. And it was at the Sachs Bridge. And we were there's a trail going into the back where Randy and I had our first paranormal experience ever.
Mhm.
And the boys left Madeline and I there. And as soon as I went under, it was like, "You're alone. Randy, gone." And, like, I'm literally saying this stuff out, and it was so crazy, and in my
It is
head,
so
I saw a man walk up behind Madeline, and I was like, "Oh my god. I'm behind you," it said in my ears, and I was like,
No.
and it just kept going, and I finally, like, open my eyes and I look at her, and I never get spooked, and so she's like, "Oh my god." Yeah, it was really intense, and I was kinda spooked for a few days,
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, like, I mean, that just my whole body just the
yeah,
idea, like, I can almost see you sitting kinda on, like, a curb thing, sitting there with your back maybe facing the bridge or the exterior, and you're facing her, which her back is, like, facing the bridge part, like, the opening,
the water, yeah, she
and
had her back to the water.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Mm,
I don't know what the history is there, but I picked up this man who did some not nice things to women, and
yikes.
yeah, and so I don't wanna say it because I don't know
No,
what we're allowed to say and not allowed to say, and so that's what I picked up, and everything inside of my body, my alarms were going off, and usually I, like, try to silence them a little bit, and I'm like, "Okay, like, don't be a chicken." Like, but this, I was like I literally come out of it, and I was like, "We need the guys back."
we're done.
But especially when he was like, "You're alone. Why don't you leave?" Talking to, like, Madeline. I want her blonde, sear, like, it just kept saying, like, crazy stuff, and I have never experienced anything malevolent in Gettysburg, ever, and so I just
Whoa.
happened to pick up this person that was just not nice.
I wonder if he might have come with somebody else.
Oh, for sure. I fully
Mm,
believe in, like, that taxi cab theory. I think I
mhm.
saw an episode of Sam and Colby where somebody who run What?
Look what this just said.
I can't see that.
Leave her, candle
Wild.
maker. It said, "Leave her, candle maker."
That's insane.
You don't make candles,
That's
do you?
No, but I do candle magic. So, yeah, so that's what's ironic is we had, a
It
hitchhiker
can't
follow
hear
us home
you.
the first time we went there.
This can't hear you because you're in my headphones and
Oh, they
it's on
can hear.
airplane mode.
You and
Well,
I are connected. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
but, like, the software part, it's not like it's
Yes.
listening
Yes,
to what we're saying.
yes. Mhm. Yep. See, proof that those apps do work. They do work, for sure.
Oh, my eyes are,
Yeah.
like, watering. Oh my gosh.
Mhm. Yeah, the first time we went there, we ran had our first experience on the pathway leading back there, and that man followed us home. But there's definitely I fully believe, like I was saying it in the taxi cab theory, I believe that we have energies attached to us, and we go from location to
Mhm.
location to
Yeah.
location, and I feel like whoever's attached to us can tend to, like, go somewhere else. My REM pod's going
Well,
off when I said that.
I call them hitchhikers. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just call 'em
Hitchhikers are
hitchhikers.
just perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I believe they catch a ride with us and we go different places, especially when you think of how many locations I've been in. Waverly Hills Sanatorium, Sweet Springs Sanatorium, St. Albans Sanatorium, Cabin on 360. Like, I've been to all of these different places. So naturally things are gonna grab one to me.
I wanna do an episode about Cabin 360.
Cabin on 360 is now that I can sit and tell you. Like Farnsworth, I can't give you all the details of
Yeah.
every single spirit in that place because I have a very minimal amount of experience there. My experience there was enough that it was like it touched me in a way because I love that little boy. I love kids, especially
Yeah.
kid spirits. Like I just love them. I love interacting with them. I will always find a child or an older person in every location. Hands down, I will find them. Especially older men. I don't know what it is. I find them. I find them everywhere we go. I found one when we were at Sweet Springs and he scared the crap out of me. And it was because I looked, oh, look at that. That thing went off as soon as I said Sweet Springs. He ran into me. And I quote, I heard, "Where have you been? I haven't seen you." Like he was asking me where I had been. I think I looked like maybe his granddaughter or his daughter, and he didn't know why I hadn't been there to see him. I don't think he was aware. That thing is going crazy.
I was
I don't
literally
think
about to say grandfather.
Yeah, yes, and I think that and in my head, I was like, "Whoa," because he was like, "Whoa." Like, I'm in the pitch black dark by myself, and all of a sudden, he was in my face. It scared the living shit out of me. Like, I felt it in my spine when I said it. Yeah, it was wild.
The times that I have encountered them when I'm sleeping and they're standing over me, it freaks me out. Like, can you not?
Yeah, I've done a lot of work in my room to ensure that that doesn't happen. That's the one space that I prefer to never be messed with.
Yeah.
Now, when I stay at hotels and we travel, terrible. Terrible. And we camped at Lake Shawnee, and yeah, I had a little kid scratching on my tent
Oh,
all night.
hell no. I'm sorry. I'm I'm sorry. That would have made me pee my pants.
Well, there's, like, little kid spirits, like, there, and I did a really cool, remote view of the property prior to going. And I guess he still wanted to talk and hang out with me. And so he kept just like tapping on the tent, you know? It's like, oh God. Between that and Jeremy Lefevre snoring, I had no sleep. Because he was in the tent next to us, and my God, he's loud.
Like a grizzly bear. Yep, yep. The spirit's
I
like,
think
yeah, he
he's
kept me
loud.
awake.
Yeah, he's loud.
We got no rest when Jeremy was out there.
That's right. That's right.
I was laughing. Anytime it does that, it always makes me think of,
Yeah.
like, a giggle.
100%. 100%.
Well, you've got big news.
I do have huge news. I'm so freaking excited.
Yes, little guy messing with the thing. Let her tell
Yes.
her news.
Guys, step away from the machine. Oh, look, stepped away right on cue. Oh, and then touched it
Nope.
again.
Nope, nope.
We
Longer than a second.
You have to step away, like step away, step away. Worst come to worst, I'll turn him off. I'm just gonna talk because he doesn't want me to be quiet. He can't be quiet. He's got to be heard. Beyond the Badge Paranormal has been signed to Signal Network. The network has officially goes live on September 1st. We are actually their anchor, which is huge for us because we're like, oh my gosh, they picked us to be the start of it. Five paranormal groups in total. As soon as my mom walked over there, it stopped. Five paranormal groups in total that they have added on to this network. So all of our YouTube videos, if you are following Beyond the Badge Paranormal's YouTube channel, everything has been taken down, and you can find us on Signal Network. It's all on YouTube. Currently, right now, Scott Davis, Scotty the Medium, he has this channel on there. He did Phantom Forensics with Galen from the Ghost Brothers, who's fantastic. They did a Phantom Forensics. They did a 3-part episode. People loved it. So him, Kay, and this other guy named Jeremy all came together and decided, you know what, we're going to make a channel for this. And it's paranormal investigators creating a platform for other paranormal investigators. And he wants people to understand that anybody can paranormal investigate. You don't have to be Zach Beggins to be a paranormal investigator.
No.
Anyone can investigate. Grab your phone, record, and share your experiences. And they have a really cool slogan, which is stay curious, stay connected, and stay tuned, which I loved.
I
When
love
we talked
that.
to him the other day. But we actually, if people want to get on and show us some love, on Monday, which is Labor Day,
Mhm.
we will be going live on YouTube with Scott Davis and Beyond the Badge, obviously. We'll be all going live, and they're going to premiere Cabin on 360, ironically, part one on Monday night, which is just really great. We're really, really, really excited. But we'll be with them for the next year and maybe beyond that. But we're very excited. We've been doing this for just under 2 years, and we've been picked up by somebody who I think is pretty great. Their team is incredible. They're incredible people, and he's actually a police officer as well, so I think that that's where we all got connected. We met him in Penhurst. You would have met him had you been with us. We were standing there in line to talk to Patty, and he walked by, and him and Jeremy started talking, and then we started talking, and he's like, "You know what? I'm being connection with you guys," because he's like, "Who's Beyond the Badge?" And we're like, "Oh, we're a team of first responders, and we travel around. We make content for calls for first responder mental health," and he loved it. And he's probably one of the most genuinely nice, sweet people I've ever met, a person I've ever met. And him being a medium too just makes me so excited because he's been doing this for so long. But
He was in my dream last night.
oh, was he? Yeah, he's incredible. He is.
Yep.
He's really nice, and we've had minimal, obviously, interaction with him. But just spending an hour with him and Kay on the phone the other night was just everything that I needed. It was one of those like this is something everybody like dreams of happening when you
Mhm.
start to do it, like, you know, a bigger platform than the one you've
Right.
already created to reach more people, because at the end of the day our mission is still the same. It's never to be famous. Like,
No.
that's not my goal in life. My goal in life is to help people with my mediumship and be a part of this group and make content for our calls to help people. The bigger our platform, the more people we can reach and the more lives we can save. So
Mhm.
that part is just, it's so exciting, and I get so, like, goosebumps everywhere, like, emotional, I can't believe this is happening. But then talking to him the other night, like, we got off the call, and Rainey and I were like, "This is really happening." Like, you
Yeah.
know it's happening, and then you talk to them, and they give you the schedule of what they're gonna do and what you need to do, and you're just like, "Oh my god." Yeah, so really cool.
I'm so
Signal
glad.
Network right there on YouTube. It's fantastic. Do I know of a Braden?
Well, I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited for you. Y'all are so deserving. I'm so excited. When you called to tell me, I was like, "Ah!"
Yes, I'm so, so, so excited. Yes, we'll be live Monday night for 30 minutes, 8:30. Yes,
Okay.
Eastern. Yep, right there. And then in the meantime, people can check out the Phantom Forensics that Scott did with Dalen from Ghost Brothers, and that was also really interesting. He's such a talented guy. Yeah. So we're super, super excited. We're excited for the platform that we've created. We're excited for everyone that was already following us and people that have started to follow us, and um, all the traveling we're getting ready to do too is so exciting.
Come to South Carolina.
We need to come to South Carolina. We need to go further south. We keep going north. We need to go further south.
Yes. Even if you come to Savannah.
Savannah would be amazing. I've
Yeah, or
heard.
Charleston.
Yeah, I've heard there's lots of history down there. We definitely
Charleston.
can make it happen and figure it out. I think the places that are kind of on our radar this year is going to be Wildwood Sanatorium. Oh gosh, what's that house? It's out of my brain. My brain's not working. It's in New York. Everybody's going there. I can't. I don't know why I can't words today.
The Clare House?
No, no, not the Hinsdale House. That's a different one. I don't know. I don't know why I can't words today.
Yeah.
But we're going to be doing a two-part up in New York at some point this year. I want to do like Trans-Allegheny. I want to do a prison. Like
Yeah.
we're doing all of those big things this year.
Somebody just sent me
Um,
a message inviting me to go to Trans-Allegheny, and I'm like, I'm not an 1, I'm not an investigator, but 2, like, with our schedules with the kids and stuff, it's like,
Mm.
I appreciate the invite. I would love to,
yes, we want
but
to go
I think
so
people
bad.
don't realize I think a lot of the people that I follow, they're all in the same area, which is like Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Pennsylvania, and I'm like, "I'm in South Carolina."
It's a commute for you. Yeah,
It's a haul. We're
yeah,
talking 10 hours or
yeah,
more,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
For
don't
us,
like
that
to
would be
drive.
like 4 hours ish. We've driven as far as 6 hours, did an overnight investigation, and drove home for 6 hours before. The level of commitment that this takes is crazy. It's a lot of
Yeah.
work.
That's
It's
why I
so
like
much.
podcasting. I I just walk upstairs.
Yes, yes. I wanna see everything. It's
Yeah.
literally the best thing ever, though.
That's I love
It
that.
saved all of us in some way, shape, or form. Every one of us. It really has.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, your content for a cause, you know, the first time truly the first creators that I've met in the 3 years that I've done this, that had a purpose that was bigger than paranormal,
Yes.
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. And it literally just started with just creating an outlet for ourselves. I'm no longer a first responder, but I am married to a first responder. I was a first responder for 6 years. That's how I met Jeremy. It was how I met my husband. We all have day-to-day stresses, and a lot of times you see firefighters become alcoholics and all
Yeah,
these different things that they dabble in, and we were like, "You know what? We're not doing that." And so Jeremy had some tough moments there that we had to kind of help him through, and
yeah,
that kind of ignited this mission for us. And it was like his tragedy that could have been really, really bad. We turned it into something really, really beautiful and started partnering with people that are fantastic, which is Survive First and Trauma Behind the Badge. And then
yeah,
we continue to build our brand and our logo. We've just been traveling and moving nonstop. I mean, we have saved one life that we know for certain. It could have been a lot more that we don't know of, but one for certain. We had one person reach out to us and we got him in contact with somebody immediately.
mhm.
So
Yep, and if you
it's a
save
beautiful thing.
one, if
Yes,
you
if
save
you just
one.
save one, that's enough. Yes. And now we go everywhere and we speak. And we were actually in Gettysburg and we met someone and he came and he listened to us talk. And from, my perspective as a spouse and Jeremy's perspective as a firefighter and my husband's perspective as a firefighter. And then we also had another guy on our team, Wishmeyer, who used to be in the Navy for so many years. And then he left the Navy, obviously retired and joined the fire department. So all of our stories in collective was really hit home for him, and his kid was
Yeah,
also there, and it created a moment for them, and it created a moment for us, and it was just a beautiful thing. So we love it, and that's really what we do this for. It wasn't Our goal was never to get signed with the network, but I think that that's probably what gravitates people towards us the most. Is that's not our goal. My goal isn't
yeah.
to be Zach Beckins. My goal is to be
No.
Webb and to raise my babies and have fun paranormal investigating and use my mediumship to support others and use my platform to help with mental health in general. So it's fun. We love
I
it. We're so excited.
and I think that's why we connected so well.
Hmm.
And, we never knew each other, and then we started messaging one day on TikTok, and here we are months later,
Hmm.
voice memos all the time.
Hmm. Yeah, all the antics. I know it's been 3 days since we talked, but you would not believe it's happened to me in the last 3 days.
Mhm.
Yep.
You will not believe this shit.
Yes, nonstop. But it's such a beautiful community to be involved in as well. And anybody that goes to any of these conferences and meets anybody, like literally the most beautiful bunch of people I've ever met in my life.
I
Amazing.
Yes, most of the time this community is absolutely amazing and it has brought you into my life and Jeremy and Beyond the Badge and I love supporting y'all and I cannot wait to see y'all bloom and
Yeah.
blossom and grow and just I'm so excited for y'all. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you. I'm like a proud mom and I didn't do anything.
Yeah, where he's just saying if anybody and everybody who loves us so much. So if you're listening and love us, if you're listening and like what you heard, I know you probably came for Farnsworth, but me and Ashley are gonna give you all the things no
All the
matter
things.
what you're on. Yeah. Um, get on and support us at 8:30. We'll be live on Monday
I'm gonna
before.
try to be there. I'll try to be
Yeah.
there.
Yes, 8:30 we'll be live talking and he's just like, blow it up, everybody blow up the chat and all that stuff. We're
Where
really
are you
excited.
gonna be live? YouTube, Facebook?
YouTube. Yep, we'll be
YouTube.
live right
Okay.
on YouTube. Yep. And right there on the Signal Network channel. We'll be right there and talking. And it's going to be for one of our older episodes. It's like kind of in the beginning of our time, which is Cabin on 360, part
Very
one.
cool.
Um,
Very cool. Well,
yeah.
thank you so much. I'm so,
Thanks
so
you.
excited. Tell people where they can find you.
Just Beyond the Badge Paranormal. We have a website. You can find us on every social media platform. You can follow Jeremy Lefevre and then myself, Jess Webb.
All right. Well, I'll have it all linked in the show notes for everybody that want to follow along. And until next time, they'll see you later.
What do you believe? Ghosts, gossip, gather around where the lost and the haunted are found. Ghosts, gossip, don't make a sound. Truth or tales, we'll dig it up.